What's up, Lashinistas? Welcome to the show. This is the LivBay podcast, where we talk about the ever-growing eyelash business. If this is your first time listening to our podcast, welcome. This show is dedicated to helping you grow as a lash artist and or lash business owner. So whether you work for someone else or yourself, this podcast is for you.
Hey guys, this is Mike and Shauna Jones. We are the owners of LivBay Lash. I have hair in my mouth. Our heart is to share with you guys our uphill battle in this lash industry and to show you what started out of a tiny bedroom in our house, extremely broke, has turned into an 8-figure company. We are here to encourage you during your lash journey and to give you guys a real raw version of what things are really like.
I'll tell you guys the raw version of what things are like. 2 minutes ago, my wife was screaming at me, trying to drag me across the warehouse, telling me we're hurry up, we're filming. And everybody was just like, holy crap, she beats him at home, for sure.
Yeah, well.
She was like, Ondale, Michael, you come behind now. I was like 10 steps behind her. I'm like, oh, thank you for letting me walk behind you.
Realistically, like
reverse
my
feminism.
husband loves everyone. He talks to everybody. And like when we're trying to be on a schedule, it's like forget about it.
What's our schedule today?
We always have a crazy schedule. That'll be another
podcast.
Episode.
All right, fine. Jumping into the episode.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. I'm just going to freelance it today. We're just going to do a bunch of shots. We're just going to get hammered and we're just going to have fun. I wish. That would be a fun episode.
Yeah. Y'all, you guys would see Fun Shauna.
Actually, Fun Shauna. We all love Fun Shauna. Actually, today we're going to talk about, a lot of you guys out there want to do lash trainings. And so there were questions on like, what do you need for setup wise? And so we're just going to go into like basically what goes into setting up a class. So therefore, if you decide to train people, you'll have all the stuff you need for it. Before we jump into that, though, a couple announcements. We have loaded the schedule back up for the training classes, and we're just going to drive right through this thing. It's like a hurricane. We're just going to go right through the eye of the storm. So unless the state shuts down and says that we can no longer have people in, we're going to blow through this thing and just keep going. Sean and I are in the middle. We're looking to purchase a box truck to go with our van so we can start doing more classes. I know the East Coast, you guys are begging us to hit. We went as far as Milwaukee, and that's not going to work. So we're going to start putting some classes back on. We're going to start hitting 2 and 3 classes in a week, you name it. So here are the upcoming class dates. Houston, this is the makeup date, September 7th. South Lake Tahoe, that is September 14th, and so is Salt Lake City. We're doing both in the same week. Scottsdale, that's going to be September 21st. That's a makeup date. That one is sold out. Like, we've ran out of space for that class. We're at absolute max capacity. So we're doing a makeup Scottsdale class for anybody that misses out on that one. We're going to be in Dallas, October 5th. Scottsdale again, October 12th. That'll be the makeup date for the overflow of all the people who are trying to sign up. We're going to be in Hotlanta, October 19th, and then Austin, Texas, October 26th. So we're going to be having more come available very soon. Just make sure you check livbayclasses.com. You'll be able to see all the upcoming dates. Also, our VR classes are going on for the month of September. We have one on September 8th and one going on the week of September 22nd. So make sure you sign up for those through the same thing, through the LivBay classes. Last but not least, we have our online platform. You can sign up through livbaycourses.com. She'll tell you a little about it.
So our monthly membership is awesome. So as a member, what you guys receive is 2 free tutorials, full-length tutorials. So 2 per month. Mike and I go live twice.
We're going live today.
We're going live today.
We're doing it Zoom style so we can see everybody's pretty smiling faces.
Yeah.
And answer any questions. Like, this whole thing was built to help you individually, not just us to get on there and go, hey, this is what you should do. This gives us a chance to talk to you and see what you're struggling with. It's like a support group for people that want to get to that next level.
Yeah, but it's super personal. It's like Mike and I are right there. You guys have access to us or a designated customer service line. So, if you guys are even in the middle of an appointment and something goes wrong, you have access to us and we answer your questions immediately. 20% off products, which is awesome, especially if you already love LivBay, which you should. And then you also get 1 free product a month that we send out to you on the 15th, which is super cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's just an awesome thing.
We're sending out the LivBay beer koozie. You just put it on your beer, keeps it cold.
Yeah. So it's just really awesome if it's you just individually and you're struggling with stuff and maybe like, you don't have the support at home, you don't have the support in the Facebook groups, and you really just want like that one-on-one time with like Mike and I and like our staff, whoever can assist you. It's really just taking your business to the next level. It's $99 a month. You can cancel at any time. It's just a super cool membership.
Yes, you can sign up for that at livbaycourses.com.
Yes.
All right, so jumping into the episode, what goes into setting up a training class?
Yeah, and we're going to assume that, you are doing everything by the book, that you've already reached out to state board.
That's a really good disclaimer.
Yes. So you've already reached out to state board. You know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, what you shouldn't be doing. So I just want to put that disclaimer in there.
I like it.
You're not just like flying by the seat of your pants, just, doing whatever.
Doing whatever. All right, so let's say you've decided, hey, you know what? COVID's kind of slowed things down a little bit. How can I get some supplemental income coming in? So here's the thing you get to remember. Right now, a lot of people are laid off. Las Vegas has especially been hit very hard with COVID. We just saw a stat that said that MGM is laying off 18,000 workers permanently. They're all getting their pink slips. All the shows are gone. Our neighbors even, they have a show. And like they're shut down, it's a lot of shows on the Strip are shut down.
Coca-Cola is getting rid of like 4,000 people, probably because the bars and nightclubs are out. And if you think about it, it's all Coke products.
And then we're just talking about the Stations casinos. Like they're not reopening the Palms, Texas, Fiesta, Henderson.
Crazy.
Like there's so many there's a lot of casinos that aren't reopening. So this thing, it's unfortunately it's here for a minute. And so people are like, what else can we do? We were in church yesterday and I was sitting there listening to my pastor. And he was talking about how COVID has forced people to get out of their comfort zones. A lot of people are sitting around their comfort zone. They're just like doing, I'm happy, I'm content. I'm cool. I get the same job I've had for the last 5 years. I pay my bills. I'm good. When in all reality, they should be going out and doing something better, trying something different for their life. That's not just good, something that's going to challenge and be more rewarding. And so I think you're starting to see a lot of people like, you know what? I've always thought about being a lash artist. I want to learn how to be a lash artist. So how do I become one? Like, what are the steps into becoming one? And so they're going to be looking elsewhere, or this could just be supplemental income, side hustle money, whatever the case may be. So opening up new doors for those of you who are loyal, faithful lashinistas out there listening. This is going to be some practical things to do to set up so you can actually start doing your courses.
Yeah. And hopefully hopefully you have a passion for this, because I see, especially now that like I've researched just other lash companies just to kind of see what our we don't have competition, but no, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
But
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding.
Slipping punches.
So now, because I've researched, their companies, now I'm getting hit hard and retargeted, through ads on Facebook. And I see these people and it's like, they're doing these 1-day courses and it's like, whatever. It's like a 1-day course or 8-hour course. And I get that, but it's just like a one and done. There's no after support. There's no nothing. So make sure that if you decide that you do want to be, a lash trainer, that besides, making sure that it's legit, but you have a passion for it. Because if anyone has ever taken our courses, whether it be, speaking with Mike and I or the trainers, like like how much passion we have for it. And that's why we always offer like the after mentoring and stuff like that. So just make sure if it's you're not just going to be like a one and done type thing, that you have like a passion, because people will know if you're just trying to like turn and burn them.
Yeah. And you guys are going to need to invest in some stuff. Okay. When we first did our very first training class, I'll never forget, we couldn't afford the space. So our landlord, Devin, who's always taking care of us, gave us the space for free. Mm-hmm. It was a empty building they had. It was like just concrete floors, but he was like, hey, you can use it. It's got a bathroom.
Yeah.
So he gave us a spot. So I'll never forget, we racked up all this money. We went out, we bought on Amazon, we bought like 15 massage tables. We bought the floor lamps.
We offered free lunch. Every day.
We were doing
just to get people in. So of course we had like our first class was like 30 people, because I think they just wanted to eat.
Some were vegan, some weren't.
So
the menu had to be specific.
So we lost our asses all in just freaking catered food for that week. I was
catered
so
food,
mad.
Blankets, decor.
Yeah, just trying to make like, just cement floors. We were just trying to make up for that. So we were just trying to it was a mess.
Just know that first investment into all the stuff you're going to need for your training class, you're not really necessarily going to make money in that first class.
Yeah, or two.
Or the first two, because that money you're making is going to be paying off the equipment you just bought. But if you're committing to this thing to the long haul, what difference does it make? You're not doing a one and done type thing. So you're going to have to buy your massage tables. You're gonna have to buy your lamps. You're gonna have to buy your side rolly carts, to keep the supplies on, your barbicide wipes, things like that. Your side table that people are going to have to lash off
your
of.
binders or like whatever you're going to put your manuals in. You want to make sure that those are all prepared. Also, just like, with the massage tables, you can get those off eBay. With the lamps, we get ours from walmart.com, free shipping.
They're like $35 per lamp.
So just make sure that you don't need everything. You don't need glam lights.
Nothing wrong with those lights. They're great lights.
Eventually you can get into that, but like your first couple classes, you just want to make sure you're not like blowing your load on like getting all this like glammed out shit. You don't need it. Yeah.
The stuff itself, like she said, bargain shop, Amazon, Walmart, be practical. Go on OfferUp. We're in a recession right now. People are selling cheap massage tables and everything else right now.
Yeah. We just furnished our new house and OfferUp everything. I got like Z Gallery shit for so cheap. I was just living.
This is the thing. So we bought this really overpriced, expensive, large house, right? And so
it was the first thing that we've really done that we've like actually like, we're like, what, all this hard work, we deserve to like finally like spend money. So Mike found his dream house and I was like so against it. I'm still deep down really against it, but I'm just rolling through it because I don't want to hear him moan and bitch about it. So I was like, cool. Yeah, we'll like live in this bougie ass house because this is what you want. And we'll live here frickin' forever, right? And so I decided I was going to furnish it and everything from OfferUp. And I'm living. Like the stuff I got is so cute, so cheap, you'd never know.
I'm not knocking our neighborhood. There's some very wealthy people in that neighborhood. There's like famous, like singers, rappers, Raiders players. And we are like the Beverly Hillbillies on the corner.
Our neighbor, story of the year. Our neighbor came by the other day. Okay. They own like the burlesque like show on the strip, right? And every time we go for coffee, like I'm a hillbilly, he's a hillbilly. I had no shoes on, no bra. I'm getting out of the car with my kids who have like diaper and chocolate stains all over them. And the frickin' neighbors come over to us with a bottle of champagne. She has like her tennis score on with like no cellulite legs and like hair blown out. And I'm like literally no bra and no shoes. And she like hands me the champagne and I'm like,
they didn't know whether to Mesa. So like, are the owners home?
Yeah,
or
are
like,
you the janitors of this house?
Yeehaw! Is that fancy champagne?
Oh my gosh, so out of place. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. She's probably like, wow, do you even know what brand this is? Like, I'm like, oh, is this Boone's Farm? Like, oh, thank you so much.
One neighbor goes by her morning in his Ferrari, just like, ugh, rolls his window up, puts his hand over our faces as he drives by. I'm out there playing music, lifting weights in the garage. Yeehaw! Smoking my joint. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I don't smoke. But anyways, yeah, all right, we're way off topic now.
Yeah, the point is my wife literally went on OfferUp, and here's why. Number one, it's a pandemic. So
people
a lot
are getting rid of good shit
good
right now.
Stuff that they spend
and there's
a lot.
And to take it a step further, the pandemic has caused the divorce rate to go through the roof. So all these people especially are like doing estate sales and they're getting rid of stuff. And a lot of angry wives are getting rid of like all of their husband's stuff. So
dude, we've gotten some dope stuff.
Yeah. So yeah. But
my point is, before we go off this hillbilly story, my point was that
you can get a lot of
really good deals
for cheap.
And don't be too proud to go to. I mean, dude, I just told you we just furnished our house. If you walked in, you would never be able to tell. You'd think my wife literally just blew the credit card up, just blew it to smithereens. And it's always been just like super cheap, really, really nice, expensive stuff.
So just know it's like basics. It's like you've got your massage tables, you have like your manuals. You're probably going to need some type of like
heads.
Yeah, your mannequin heads. You can get those off like Amazon. You want to do like your fold out tables or some type of tables where they can actually sit. You can even sometimes rent them for cheap.
We got ours from Ross, the fold out table, the little side cart.
The side cart tables, you can get them at Walmart, at Ross. And then, I've always talked about this, but the actual rolling carts, you can get those from Ross. In the little girls section, they're like a shoe rack, but you can make them into a really cute cart. The lamps, I said, make sure you have like your antibacterial soap. You guys have, especially with COVID going on, you want to make sure you've got your barbicide wipes, your antibacterial hand soap, and then you want to make sure that you have like an itinerary. So when you're going into that training, like you have step by step what is going to take place.
Like a class syllabus, more or less.
Yeah, so you're not like all over the place. You want to plan that out per day. Also, with COVID going on, a lot of our classes were not bringing in inside
the models,
even though the CDC came out with that crazy report that like 94% of the people that got COVID already had existing health issues, and it's pretty much all bullshit. But anyways, we're not bringing in inside models, so we're having the girls work on each other if they're comfortable, or just mannequin heads. So obviously take into effect the outside world and what's going on with COVID. Those are different steps that you're going to have to take as far as like precautions with the sanitation and all that fun stuff. With sanitation, make sure that you're letting them know like what's to be expected, like how to clean your tools. Get the what are they called?
The sterilizers.
The bead sterilizers. You can get those off Amazon.
Be careful which ones you buy. We bought pink ones, think we'd be cute and make
Super
everything
cute.
match, and they had like European plugs. It cost more for the adapter to make them work than it did for the sterilizer.
Ridiculous. So yeah, you're gonna need like extension cords, like little things like that, so you can set up like your lights and everything. This what else?
If you got a PowerPoint, you know what I mean, you can set it up on a computer or plug it into a TV. Otherwise, I'd have a grease board handy, so you can explain mapping, difference in diameters, curls. These are things. Remember, a lot of you out there listening to this, you're already lash artists. You're like, that's stupid. Of course, why wouldn't you? But when you were brand new and you did not know the difference between a D curl and a C curl, or you didn't know the difference between a 0.03, a 0.05, a 0.15, a 0.18, you have to explain the purpose of them, what they're for. I've seen people come into or take our class where they were taught how to do volume with 0.15s, make a fan out of it. I'm like, what the heck? Who trained you? So just know that these sound dumb, but this is why it's so important to do more than a one-day course. You know what's involved with lashing. You know all the steps and all the info and the details and all the stuff that goes into it. So imagine trying to teach a brand new person a green pea off the street. Just remember that when you're putting your program and your curriculum together, to make sure you can put the time and energy into it.
Yeah. Also make sure you have your kits, and then you also have extra supplies, because especially with a new lash artist, girls are going to be dropping tweezers left and right. So whether you have your own supply
I'm gonna down
line,
some black coffee.
all those comments. Yeah, Mike drinks nitro. Like, we're old parents for a 1 and a 3-year-old, so we're always tired. So
I saw a comment. Someone's like, Jesus, did he just down black coffee?
It's
like I was a
nitro.
psycho. I'm like,
Yeah. Would you rather do that or us do a line right here?
yeah, hold on.
Cocaine?
Tap, tap, tap. Anyway.
Pick your poison, okay?
Get a lash kit.
Coffee is our drug. We literally have like 5 or 6 coffees a day. I know it's disgusting, but whatever.
We don't really smoke weed. I always joke around about it.
Yeah, we don't do anything. I think our weakness is like coffee and
food. I'm a foodie.
Yeah, foodie.
I love food.
We're trying to work that out.
Stole my son's ice cream this weekend. I'm like, shh, shh, shh.
You're like, it's spicy. You don't want it anyway.
Yeah, mouthful of his ice cream. I'm like, spicy. He's like,
Anyways, fuck, what was I saying? Oh, so if you have your own supplies or someone else's, always make sure you have backup supplies, backup glue. If you do have your own like supply line, we always bring like a really cute setup to all of our classes, where we have like fake plants and like picture frames and like a little chalkboard with prices. It's really good to retail any of your items in the classes as well. We also have upgraded kits. Were you going to say something? I felt you cut me off.
no, go ahead.
Okay. We also have upgraded kits that people can sell. We also
Well, now
give
I'm
them
going to.
we also have a discount code available after class. So if they do want to purchase product, they can get it for 15% off. So that's really nice to have, especially, like I said, if you have your own supply line.
Yeah.
Kits?
Last but not least, I was going to say, set up a financing program.
Yeah.
We're in a
one.
recession right now, so people aren't always going to have the money to pay you for the class or pay on credit card. So, we use PayPal Finance right now. You'd be surprised how many people finance through PayPal, because PayPal has 6 months, no interest, no payments.
Yeah.
They'll work with them, work out a payment schedule, and it's money. You get paid directly, so it's not like they finance and pay you each payment. You get the whole amount up front regardless. That's between them and PayPal if they don't pay PayPal back.
Yeah. Also, last thing is, if it is your first training class, cap it at a specific amount. Don't like overdo it and like you're like, oh shit, I need money. I need like 50 people to pay rent. So you just let like 50 people in, and then you're not like even prepared for it. If you are going to offer like after support and it's just you and you're just like bogged down, like I would cap your first class at like 10.
It's good.
Or
good
whatever
tip.
you can handle. I don't know what you can handle, but just I would cap it. Don't exceed your limit, because you don't want to like, you're already going to be like mentally exhausted and stressed out. You don't want to like overdo it. You want to give value. You don't want to like water that down.
Whew. Hope somebody captioned that. Look at you go.
I know. I'm really good.
You're like a little Gary V.
I am. I'm working towards it.
Love it. Smoking hot and smart.
Woo. He wants to get laid tonight. Every day, every hour.
That's not true.
Yeah, right. He can lay himself tonight.
Wow. All right. That's a good spot to end on. Well, that's all we got for you guys. Obviously, if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to hit the little subscription button down below. refer a friend. Obviously, we grow this thing as a movement. We don't charge a fee for this stuff. We give you this free info. Hopefully, you guys are taking little notes. Please refer someone that can greatly benefit from this. Until
Join the
then,
Lash Tea on
Join the
Facebook.
Lash Tea. Thank you. Furry wall. Join the Lash Tea on Facebook. Lash TEA. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the podcast.
And follow Lash Boy Mike on IG.
No.
Just don't slip into that DM. I see all of them girls.
Yeah, she got my logins too.
Oh yeah, my face is on his cell phone.
Yeah, I can't get my iPhone unlocked. Shauna goes, "Give me that unlocked." Here you go. I'm like,
Here you go. Sit back.
I'm
I'll
just
read
kidding.
your DMs to you.
All right, whatever. Bye,
All right,
guys. Thank
thanks.
you.